From the News Channel 5 Network, this is SportsLine.
All right, welcome everybody to SportsLine. John Burton with you till the top of the hour. Glad you're here with us. You see the number at the bottom of your screen, 737-7767 is the number to call. Anything that's on your sporting minds. A lot going on, obviously, with the Tennessee Vols, Vanderbilt Commodores, Tennessee Titans, of course, playing at Jacksonville tomorrow night, a game you can see over on News Channel 5 beginning at 7 o'clock. That's right. No cable, no problem. We will have the Titans-Jaguars game on News Channel 5 beginning at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So make sure you're tuning in. And, of course, complete post-game reaction after the game on News Channel 5 following the game. Big game for the Titans. Believe it or not, the AFC South, folks, is still up for grabs. A win tomorrow could put them in pretty decent position. You look at what's going on with the obviously, the Houston Texans are playing a little bit better. They're starting to string some wins together. But the Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck's going to be out a long time. Our old buddy Matt Hasselbeck at the controls at quarterback. They are certainly a gettable team, if you will. But a lot hinges on what happens tomorrow. If the Titans can win tomorrow, they're in the hunt for the AFC South title, believe it or not, with only just 2 wins so far on the season. So the AFC South, much like the NFC East, where it's the winner of that division may get in with an 8-8 record, maybe 7-9. Obviously, it's been subpar this year, but the Titans still have an outside shot. So whatever thoughts you have about tomorrow night's game, how important you think it is, and I know it's only been 2 games, but are you happy with what you've seen from Mike Mularkey? Give us your thoughts on that as well. We'll also talk some hockey. The Predators getting ready to embark on a 5-game road trip. Big win last night, 3-2 over the Anaheim Ducks. I was at that game. Great atmosphere. The crowd was great. If you were at the game last night, give yourself a hand, because that, for a Tuesday night crowd, that place was rocking. And a very physical and chippy game for the Preds last night as they pulled it out. Their penalty kill was outstanding. Anaheim going 0 for 5 on the power play. And Pekka Rinne, what can you say about him? 38 saves, some of the more spectacular saves you'll see in the NHL this season. So the Preds get a win, so they have a little bit of momentum heading into the road trip. You can talk Preds hockey if you wish. Also, Tennessee Vols taking on Missouri. Interesting road game at Mizzou. Obviously, the Vols already bowl eligible, I should say. A win Saturday would guarantee a winning season for Butch Jones. And there's a lot of rumblings about the Vols and the way they're winning games, and a lot of Vol fans aren't satisfied with how they're winning games. I'm not sure how you can feel that way right now when you look at the job that Butch Jones has done. Yeah, they let some leads slip away. Oklahoma, Arkansas, a couple other, the Florida game, obviously. But when you look at where this team was and where they're building to, I think Butch Jones has got them on the right track. You may feel otherwise. You may agree. Give me a call, 737-7767. Let's go to Jim and find out what he has to say. Good evening, Jim. What's up?
Hey, appreciate you taking my call.
Thanks for calling, man.
Mike, let's see, Mularkey, the jury's still out on him. I guess we'll wait and see.
How many wins, Jim? How many wins would it take for you to say, okay, Mularkey's our guy? Because I'll tell you this, the Titans definitely would prefer that Mularkey end up being the full-time coach, because that way you keep Rustin Webster, you keep this coaching staff, especially this defensive coaching staff, which has done a tremendous job this year. How many wins in your mind will it take for you to be satisfied with Mularkey being the guy?
I would say 4 or 5 more.
Certainly attainable.
What's your thoughts on Justin Hunter? I mean, he had been productive, and he got injured. Do you think this may be his way out? And then I'll kind of hang up and listen to you.
Well, I appreciate the call, Jim. Thanks so much for calling. Yeah, Justin Hunter, I mean, when you look at the circumstances, they traded up to get this guy a few years ago, and for one reason or another, he has just not been the player that they projected him to be. The big, tall, fast receiver, big play down the field receiver. Now he's had some injuries, but he's had some bad drops and some inconsistent play. And it might be a change of scenery would be best for both sides. I would be surprised if Justin Hunter would be in their plans next year. But stranger things have happened. But I do think it's quite possible Justin Hunter has played his final game as a Tennessee Titan. And it's a shame. It was a great story. coming out of the University of Tennessee and then going to play for the Tennessee Titans. But as of now, it has not worked, and I don't know if the Titans are willing to reinvest in Justin Hunter. So this very well could be his swan song. We shall find out. And right now we're going to find out what Jay has to say. Good evening, Jay. You're on SportsLine.
Hey, John. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Best to you and your family as well.
Thank you, sir. I got two questions. First of all, as a Vandy fan, Tennessee fans don't need to be whining. Enjoy the W's, man.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Enjoy them.
I agree with you.
I've got a first cousin down in Baton Rouge, and there's a lot of rumors down there that Les Miles is going to be fighting for his job this weekend against Ole Miss. And how do you – I mean, Jimbo Fisher, I understand, is wanting a way out of Florida State, and there's rumors down there he's wanting that job bad.
Yeah.
And also, how do you think the SEC is going to shape out with all the job openings? I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it. Once again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Yeah, I mean, it remains to be seen what job openings there will be in the SEC. And you got to remember, this is the toughest conference in college football. Arguably the best, but certainly the toughest. Week in and week out, it is a dogfight in the SEC. As a Vanderbilt fan, you know that full well. So if you're going to make a coaching change, like if LSU is really serious about replacing Les Miles, be careful what you wish for, because the guy that you feel is capable of coming in and being able to prepare his team week in and week out for the grind and the dogfight that is the SEC, he may not be the guy. So if I'm LSU, I'm thinking twice about replacing Les Miles. Look, the game against Alabama was a bad loss. I mean, they got physically manhandled by that offensive and defensive lines, really, for Alabama. And, of course, Derrick Henry running the rock. And that was not a good look for LSU. But I'm not ready to throw dirt on Les Miles just yet. I say give him a couple more years, let him see what kind of recruits he can bring in, and I believe that LSU can be at or near the top. I would think I don't know if these rumors are true. I have no information either way on what the situation is with Les Miles. But if LSU is even thinking about replacing him, they'd better think twice, because let's go outside the SEC for a second. Look at Texas. They thought they had their guy in Charlie Strong, and they may, but so far things haven't worked out too well for the Texas Longhorns. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he can get more of his recruits in there, but they don't have a lot of patience in Austin, Texas, just like they don't have a lot of patience in Knoxville, Tennessee, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So whenever there are SEC possible coaching openings, it obviously brings in a lot of intrigue. Jimbo Fisher at Florida State, perhaps he's run his course there. Looks like they've taken a step back. He may want out. We don't know. But we're certainly going to find out in the weeks ahead. So always, that's the beauty of the SEC. It's always a year-round situation with the SEC, whether you're talking about recruiting, whether you're talking about coaching, whether you're talking about scheduling. That's the beauty of the Southeastern Conference. Robert's on line 2. Hey, Robert.
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going great, man. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind tonight?
Both you Tennessee teams are young, and we're so close to really winning big. We're really close. We don't need to do no changes, I don't think. The offensive line needs to be built up a little more. That's our issue, but everything's too close to really making something happen,
Yeah, and when you look at Vanderbilt, they're sitting here. If they win out, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
They got Texas A&M and UT.
Oh, yeah.
But if they win out, they would be bowl eligible in year 2 under Derek Mason. And when you look at the way this season started, a bad loss at home, if you will, against Western Kentucky. The disaster in Houston a few weeks ago. They're sitting there 2 wins away from being bowl eligible.
Yeah.
I think they're going to at least split these last 2 games, and if they win them both, that's a major accomplishment for Derek Mason and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he just don't the offense they got, but defense.
Yeah.
And the Titans defense, we don't need to change much there. We just need offensive line, both of them's offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little better. But everything else, we're young. Like UT's got 60 players that haven't even played 2 years yet.
Right. Oh yeah, UT's definitely on the come. Mike Malarkey, Robert, how many wins before you can?
Wins is important right now. We need maybe another draft choice right now. Getting it established, the offensive line down. But it will come. We was too close to be winning. We've been really close to some good teams.
Yeah.
Really close.
And, I mean, that's the improvement from last year, isn't it, Robert? I mean, the fact that they are a lot more competitive this year. When last year they were getting blown out, the game was over usually by the end of the first quarter.
Lose, the one from Pittsburgh. I don't want to lose the coaches now.
Mm-hmm. You want Malarkey to be the guy?
We're too close, yeah. Look, we're too close to being a big win. We could win 8 or 10 next year, yeah. We could.
Yeah. All right, Robert, thanks for the call. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We appreciate it. All right, Robert weighing in, and your chance to weigh in comes up next, 737-7767. Anything's on the table, folks. Titans, Preds, UT, Vandy, whatever's on your sport and mind, we'll get to it. Up next, we're going to hear from Mike Malarkey and Marcus Mariota as they get set for tomorrow's game in Jacksonville against the Jaguars, a huge AFC South divisional matchup. By the way, another reminder, you can see it tomorrow night at 7 over on News Channel 5. We're back after this.